What's up? What's up?
Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's time for another war video. Season 25, War 3. Now, this was an interesting war for me. I tried to take some different nodes and go different paths because I feel like I've been taking the same paths, the same war for the last couple of wars, so. Alright, let me try some new paths. Read the nodes, of course, and first up is Proxima Midnight. Not a bad fight. This should, in theory, be a good fight for me, and I gotta admit, it does go pretty well. I don't make too many mistakes. I think she does hit me maybe once or twice, but again, it's not that bad. I just gotta play smart, make sure my parries are working, which they are in this moment. Get those heavy off, put those staggers on her, and dodge her SP1. And yeah, this fight will go well. I also noticed this person has suicides on, so they're gonna be taking 5% more damage after each special, which is perfectly fine with me because it makes the fight all that much easier. And as you can see, Proxima's down, and we're heading on to the next fight. So next up, we got Obsidian. Not a bad fight. I mean, again, I was going to use Doom, and to be honest, Doom might have been a smart play here, but I decided to go with Corvus because of that, Cold Turkey? No, I forgot which one I decided, but I went with Corvus because something about this fight threw me off, and it just made me uncomfortable to go in with Doom. So I go in with Corvus. Corvus, again, has no charges, and he won't get one from this fight at all. And I'm going to be losing power. Again, I don't understand the nodes all that well, so all I do is try to fight the fight normally, just parry heavy, and then just nuke into him. Again, I'm not gaining any power, and that kind of sucks. And I'm not sure exactly why. I guess when he gains power, gains buffs, I lose power, and he has like some of those combo shields up. So I won't be throwing any of my specials in this fight. And this is going to just be a long and drawn out fight, but it's not that bad. To be honest, I managed to get him down, but it's still, look how quickly I'm losing power. Like, I don't even understand why. Maybe I should have read the nodes, try to comprehend the nodes better. But, you know, what can you do? We're still working on it, and it's just going to be a long and drawn out fight. My parries are working, so I'm not complaining. It's perfectly fine. I'm just going to continue to parry heavy, wait till my Corvus charges come back up, and then just tear him into him that way. And also, I just noticed that he also has suicides on, so again, that benefits me, makes the fight that much easier, and my Corvus charges are back, so I'm gonna be hitting just a little bit hard. In retrospect, I definitely should have went in with Doom, to be honest. I feel like Doom would have got this fight down a lot quicker, in my opinion, but you know, what can you do? He's down now, so we're already heading on to the next fight. And I think the next fight would have been, I think there was a Nick Fury here, but one of my alliance mates took him, so that's perfectly fine. I don't mind not taking Nick Fury, but I do got to take this Mix Master Korg. Like, why is Korg this way? They're very smart for putting him on this node. And I noticed in one of my previous war videos, someone told me not to use Void and instead use Dr. Doom to take down Korg, so I decided to go in with Doom. And the fight goes pretty interestingly. I mean, I do take some damage, and at one point, I thought I actually was going to lose the fight because that Mix Master always throws me off. But again, just got to play smart, switch up my attacks, maybe do 2 mediums and then a heavy to make sure the Mix Master doesn't proc, and try to get his Rocksters on. And again, right here, I am terrible at dodging Korg's special. Like, I cannot handle it at all. Like, what can you do? But right here, it's all good. I'm trying to keep his what do you call it, prowess low, but again, he has 3 on him already, and again, he's immune to shock. So right here is like when I started to get a little bit nervous because I was losing more health than I wanted to with Doom. So I'm glad. I think his rock stacks will offer him, I believe. I don't know how much damage I do. I do some decent damage, but again, this is Korg, so not all that good. But try to nuke into him as much as I can. He does evade right there, but he's not unblockable, so I can just dodge the last hit, which is I'm perfectly fine with. I gotta get better at dodging a Korg's SP1. I am terrible at it, but again, things are still going pretty well, not all that bad. I'm chipping him down slowly and keeping those rock stacks off for him. Now, if this Korg was awakened, it would have probably been even more worse, in my opinion, but so far, again, so good. We're playing really well. I think I'll get clipped again by his SP1. I gotta admit, Korg's SP1 is probably I don't know why it's so hard to dodge, to be honest, but what can you do? I get the Incinerates on him without the rock stance, so that's beneficial. Still chipping down on him, and it's still going really well. I managed to get this fight under control. Just got to bait out his SP1 and just play smartly, make sure I land my parries. But again, if this Korg was awakened, this fight probably wouldn't have gone this way. It probably would have went left extremely quick. But again, he hits me right here with his SP1 yet again for the third time in the fight. Like I just cannot dodge his SP1. But what can you do? Oh well, I'll try my best. But the fight's down. We're moving on. I don't have to worry about that fight anymore in this war. No more Korgs. Do away with Korgs. So. Alright, section 2 is open, and in this section, I usually go up the middle, but my teammates decided to go up the middle this time, which is perfectly fine. So, I decided to go right and take on this fun and interactive Havoc, who also has encroaching stun. So, I want to get a Corvus charge in, so I decided to go with Corvus. Now, this fight doesn't go bad, but I felt like I could have played it a lot better. I still need to learn to reparry. Shout out to Guido, because Guido's been telling me to reparry, but oh well. This fight's still going well. I'm keeping my eye on the encroaching stun, and I'm not sure if my Corvus charge would save me, or my glaive charge would save me if he procs the plasma detonates. And to be honest, I don't really want to find out. And I literally just threw my special in the nick of time with that encroaching stun. That almost got me, but I managed to get through it. So again, we're playing smart. Things are going slightly in my favor. Dodge his SP1 there, and if he knows I'm not throwing my specials right away because I'm waiting on that encroaching stun. So if he knows I hit him a little bit, then back off, and then finally throw my SP2, and that was almost got stunned, but so far still good. And I also just noticed that this person also has suicides on, so again, that only benefits me, and I'm going to use that to my advantage, try to bait out his SP1s, and he definitely has power gain, and that's just on a Havoc. This was, in my opinion, great defense placement for that Havoc node. That's really good. And I had to throw my special there because of the encroaching stun, and because of that, I get nuked into. So, bruh, like, what is happening? But still, things are still going somewhat good in my favor. I'm not complaining. I'm healing from the plasmas, detonates, and hopefully they don't detonate. And as you can see, I'm still holding my special because that encroaching stun is slowly creeping up. And right here, I throw it, which was perfect timing in my opinion. And he throws his special, so he's gonna take another 5% off, and I'm basically gonna end the fight right here and move on to the next fight. So, got my Corvus charge, so I'm gonna hit a little bit harder, and I head on to the next fight, which is Stealth Spotty. Oh my goodness, another annoying defender, but I can get my evade charge, so I definitely go in with Stealth Spotty with Corvus to get my gauge charge. I think the node's what he has a window opportunity, which is stun, so he's gonna have a 12-second window where if I stun him, it'll reflect and stun back on me. And that's just not a fun time. And he got safeguard. So as you can see, I'm clearly trying to understand the node here because these are new nodes to me, and I gotta play smart because I don't want to cause the death of my alliance. But yeah, right here, if you notice, I'm just backing off. Got my evade charge, so all I gotta do is knock him down to get my glaive charge and hit a lot harder. And when that timer runs out, the red timer, that's when I can parry him. And right now I can parry him, which is great. So right here, I get my glaive charge, and I will be hitting a little bit harder, and I can parry him for now until the window, the timer comes back in when it's about to come in about a few seconds. So right here, I can't parry him anymore, but it doesn't matter because the fight's already over. So heading on to the next fight. That fight went unexpectedly well. I was expecting a little bit more of a challenge, especially with Stealth Spotty on that node. And next fight, we have the one, the only Hyperion. I gotta admit, this fight goes left a little bit. It doesn't really cost me all that much, but it does go left. I will admit that. And bruh, I make a mistake. So again, I had that stun thing where I can't stun him or he'll reflect the stun back on me, and that also goes for the passive stun after, you know, with the doom thing right there. When he puts a shock and he passively stun. I didn't know that going into this fight, and it definitely does cost me because you're gonna see here, but it definitely goes left. You'll see after I get to my SP3. So right now I'm parrying him, and the stun thing comes back up. So if I stun him, he's gonna reflect the stun. And right here, I throw my SP3 while he has that up, and it costs me after this. Like, that's what I get for thinking I could passively stun Hyperion with that stun window of opportunity. And right here, he stunned and throws his SP3. Like, bruh, what is happening? Oh man, if this Hyperion was a 6-star or something, thankfully we don't have any 6 stars. That might have ended the fight, and I'm stunned too, so yeah, this is just going left real quick, and I get out of the corner and try to make this work, but I still cannot believe that happened. And I still can't even stun them until the window's down, so that's, if you wonder why I didn't parry him, that was because of that. But I get this fight back under control. It's working out in my favor, and I just got to play a little bit smart and remember not to stun this guy when he has a window up, but it doesn't matter because the fight's already over. But still, I did not know that you couldn't passively stun them even when they have up their window opportunity. But we learned from it. My Doom is a little shaky, but what can you do? And with this fight, I decided to take in, what's his name? Corvus Clay. I couldn't think for a second. Yep, and this fight wasn't all that bad, but I do make a really rookie mistake in my opinion. Again, Corvus Killmonger has that reverberation, and I foolishly, well, you're gonna see, I make a rookie mistake, and it's like, of all the things I could have done, I could have ended this fight a lot better, but again, that's what I get for trying to show off. But again, he has a reverberation, and I take all that damage. Like, oh my goodness, I should have played that a lot smarter. That was so dumb of me to do, and I actually in the fight thinking I should have done that a lot better. And he's getting power from afar, so oh my goodness, it's just a terrible fight. I could have ended that fight a lot better, but it happens. So I'm glad it didn't cost me my Corvus. So we're already headed on to the next fight, and let's see who is next. I forgot who's next. I think it's Dragon Man. Yep, Dragon Man is next. So I healed up my Doom because that Hyperion fight cost me a lot, but I go in with Doom. He has Rage, and to be honest with Doom, I'm not all that concerned about Rage because Doom can just nullify the Furies. But if it was like a Nick Fury, that would be a problem. So I go in this fight, and it doesn't go smoothly by any means, but it goes better than I expected it to be. Again, if you parry Dragon Man, he hits me right there. Already starting off inauspicious, but if I parry him, get the power gain off of him, and just try to bait out his SP1s or try to steal his SP1s. So again, I'm gonna get the power gain for myself, take his power, and just try to nuke into him. This fight is actually decent defender placement in my opinion, but I don't know if I would have put Dragon Man on this node. I feel like if I had a Nick Fury, he'd be more efficient. But again, he's throwing his specials left and right, which is good for me. He doesn't have suicides on, which kind of sucks. But again, I take his power, get to my SP3, and this Salted Doom rotation again. Like, this fight kind of goes in my favor. I still wish I would have played that Hyperion fight better. That way I won't have to use any potions. But what can you do? And I noticed it didn't do a lot of damage, and I'm not sure why. But I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to try to play smart, get my Doom rotation in, take his power, and just try to get to another SP, at least SP2, before my aura runs out. And as you can see here, I got to take his power. I think I threw my special. I think I threw my special here to get those incinerates on him and let them do the damage. So he's still gaining power, but was doing significant damage, which is great. I only got one Fury on me, and I'm actually about to take that, to be honest. Give me that, and nullify that Fury, which is also great. I think I throw my special again here, which is also great. So I think the fight is under control. Not all that concerned in my opinion. I mean, I probably could have played a little bit smarter on certain things, but again, as long as I get him down and he's not unblockable, that's all that really matters to me. So again, he throws his SP2, and I'm pretty much going to end the fights with Doom about here. And yeah, that was an interesting defense placement. No complaints here. I'm glad it didn't go left like I was expecting it to go. So that was a nice try by Dragon Man, but we're already heading on. I think he has 1% health, but he's going to be stunned coming out of this, so it doesn't really matter. Fight's down. We're moving on to the next fight. All right, the next fight I believe might have been Void. Okay, Void. That's going to be interesting though. I forgot who I used on Void. To be honest, this fight was from a couple of days ago, and I made several other videos. So I believe, yeah. So he has Hurt Locker and Power Focus 1. So I think I used Void, to be honest. I can't remember how it goes, but I don't think I lost any defenders in this war, so it must went well. Also, this Void isn't awakened, so all I'm going to do is just parry and fight the fight regularly. As long as the champ isn't stun immune, I should be fine in theory. But again, this fight can go left so many times. So again, so right there, I threw my SP1. I got the oh man, I got the Petrify on me, so it's taking damage. Oh, I hate when that happens. Fighting Void, it can be so very annoying, but it's going well in my opinion. I don't know why I'm trying to bait out his SP1, because I hate trying to dodge his SP1. And he got another petrify on me. Like, this guy is just adding up. And right here, I think I threw my SP2 because of I can't throw the same SP twice. And hopefully, yep, he threw his special, got those power stings on him. Also, all the debuffs are doing their work, which looks great. Seeing those debuffs, but this is why I always choose to bring in Void, because Void is probably one of my favorite war attackers. There's so much he can do. When you can't hit the person or they're stun immune, you can put them debuffs on them and let the debuffs do the damage for you. And as you can see, the debuffs are just doing great. I cannot talk. But the debuffs are doing great, and we're about to get Foot of the Void up. And as long as we play smart and don't get any debuffs on us, it won't really matter. And as long as I don't throw my SP1 again, I think I might have slipped up and threw it. Can't remember, but it doesn't look like I'm going to throw it. So I got the fight under my control. This guy playing real passive, got the more debuffs on him. So this fight is just going really well. I love when the war fight goes well, in my favor. So bam, that fight's down, and we're already moving on to the next fight. So next fight is, last but not least, is Havoc. Now, I forgot who I took in with this fight. I might have taken in Corvus. I can't remember. I can't even remember the node. So Aspect of Evolution, improved power gain, and special 2 bias. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Very annoying. I'm trying to figure out who I went in with. Can't really remember. So it looks like I'm going in with Void, which isn't a bad choice. I'm glad. I was thinking Doom at first, but with those shock charges, that would have been a nightmare and probably would have cost me the fight. So he has improved power gain. So the strategy here is literally just to get to my SP1, try to reverse that power gain, and let my debuffs do the damage with the Petrify Mastery if I get it. You know, it's so RNG based, so we'll see. But again, right here, it's still going in my favor. I think right here, I try to bait out his SP1, SP2, and I easily can dodge that. I'd rather dodge his SP2 than dodge his SP1. And again, this fight is just going really well. So as long as I play smart and land my parries, again, Havoc is so hard to parry, and this Havoc is awakened. So I definitely got to play really smart. So right here, things are still going well. I got 2 of those plasma detonates on him, and he doesn't want to throw his special. Like, I hate when the AI gets like this. This reminds me of Zone 19 in Incursions. Havoc does not want to throw his special, so, and I didn't bring my thing because he's on defense. So I hate when that happens. But here we go. Things are still going in my favor. I got 6 of those buff on him, so I got to dodge the special 1, which is perfectly fine. Not a complaint. I think I'm about to get plasma detonate on me unless he throws his special 2 right there in the detonator. Oh, bruh. That hurt. Oh, it took most of my health. But again, I'm healing from the plasma detonates. I just need him to throw his special. He does not want to throw his special. I hate when the AI plays passively. So as long as he throws it, I got more time to, you know, heal from those plasma detonates. I think if I get hit one more time, I'm going to die, to be honest. But at this point, it doesn't even matter. I already got Fear of the Void up, and I got what, 6 now. So I'm about to have 2 Fear of the Voids up. So this fight is pretty much over. As long as he doesn't detonate me again. I don't think he does, but we're on 9 right now. Nope, we're not. We're in good shape. So yep, that was my war right there. No deaths, another perfect war. Feels good. Season going well. I didn't take the final boss. Another teammate did, and they did really well, so no complaints there. So, but guys, if you did enjoy this war video, make sure you hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, if anyone new, if you can hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate that as well. And I hope everyone enjoyed the show, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all take care.